Yo, got another video, and this time it's about a UK rapper called Unknown T. No, I'm not spilling the tea on this guy, and he's not unknown. He's known a lot, but yeah. So apparently, let's have a read. UK rapper Unknown T, real name Daniel Lenner, has been taken to social media in outrage after police at Gatwick Airport confiscate his £200,000 chain or custom chain. The rapper, known for his signature T pendant, expressed fury over what has he described as disrespectful and excessive handling officers who claimed the item resembled a concealed weapon. Let's have a look at this video. Oops, that's disappeared. Oh well, I can't watch it.
I TikTok on my mum's life, yeah, bruv. Like, how the fuck can the jigs take my T chain? Like, my pendant. Like, bro, man's been going LA, New York, going back and forth, Toronto, all these places. Man's never had these issues. But see, when I touched Gatwick Airport, the two inner fam, like, touching up my chain. Donny had no respect as well, fam. Like, usually they have courtesy, like, they can see it shining. They don't want to touch it too much. My man's touching her back, chatting about concealed weapon. Concealed weapon, like, man's not even out here trying to fucking conceal shit. I done showed, man, fam. This is just a T chain that shows I'm Unknown T. You get it? It's pissing me off, bro. Like,
Wow, okay. That's so it's a T chain that shows he is Unknown T, not anyone else. So anyone else with that chain isn't Unknown T. Okay. I guess yeah, as a rapper you need the rapper starter kick, right? You know. Forget about investing in houses or anything else, man. You need the chain first. I mean, I don't know his finances. He's making more money than me. I'm poor. So he's in a situation where he can spend money on a chain and it's nothing to him. When I first heard about rappers and how things work in rap, the first thing, cause I remember watching MTV Cribs, how people break down record deals, and the first thing rappers do is buy chains and watches and clothes. Then they put down a mortgage on a house, and you know that these are the worst possible things you can spend your money on as a rapper. But as I said, there are people looking at you like you broke if you don't have the chain, if you don't have the watches, and that's like the startup kit for a rapper. I mean, have there been rappers that really don't really care about bling? Yeah, there's rappers that don't have the drip, the bling, whatever you want to call it. I'm old, and no one looks at them any different because it's all about lyricalism, style. Some people dress good, they don't have the bling, you know. And I'll be honest with you, yeah, I remember back in the days, early 2000s, there was a guy called Ben Baller. You know that guy, you know. And he used to do the iced out blings, chains, you know, the custom chains. And it turns out, yeah, he'd be overcharging rappers for their chains and what he'd been doing. He'd be well overcharging rappers. I mean, I remember academics came on the streaming like Ben Baller. He's a piece of crap. He overcharged people. And I was like, whoa, man, you know. 'Cause I remember a lot of rappers were going for him for custom pendants. You know, and the whole jewelry game, it's I can't like if you got the money, you got the money, but in reality, the jewelry game is for fools. I put it out there. That's what I believe. You spending 250,000 on the chain, you know, they have to really break it down for you what you're spending your money on and how it's being spent. Because if someone like Ben Baller is in broad daylight overcharging rappers and rappers are paying the money for those chains, What else? Who else is doing that? I mean, they even said that Jacob was doing certain things when it came to chains and stuff like that. But that's just what I heard. And also, like, and it's like, yeah, they shouldn't have taken it. They shouldn't have taken it. That'd just be just ranting. But yeah, for me, if I was rapping, I would have put down on. I would have bought a house outright. I don't know what he's done. He probably moved his family out of Hackney, or in some posh area of Hackney. I don't know what he's done in his life. Obviously, he hasn't spent all his money on a chain, because that would be stupid, right? That would be really dumb. Or on watches. That's another thing I see that people buy. Watches, like watches and chains, especially something like that catches the eye. It's bad karma. For me, I believe those things are bad karma for the sense of like I've seen. How can I put it? I've not been in a situation, but I've seen so many people, even people having fake watches. People watch and see these things and think they're real watches, and they end up getting stabbed to death for watches. And it's more of a like, oh yeah, I can afford this. Why can't I? I mean, people should have nice things, but when you walking around with 50,000 worth of watches, with £50,000 worth of watch on your wrist, you're gonna be in some problems with people. You know, some people say it's for investment. Yeah, you can invest in watches, but when you take watches out, even when it's I seen one guy, he took his watch out for a special occasion. He was celebrating a party or the graduation. He went out to the parking lot, and the security guard picked him up. So yeah, you wonder who's watching you. It's everybody, even the security watching you when you have a £50,000 watch. So they thought the watch was real. It was on the news, and he ended up getting stabbed to death for a watch. They could have just took the watch, but they stabbed him, and they said, "Yeah, we got it," and they ran off with the watch. It turned out the watch was fake, but he's dead. So yeah, that's the moral of the story. As for unknown T, his watch, I mean not his watch, but his chain. For him, he can do what he wants. I have no beef with anyone wanting to make himself a custom chains so they can be seen more. It's not my thing, chains and watches. I'd rather just have a roof over my head and be mortgage free. That's what I aim for in life. Don't have to go to work or anything. I just sit down and make boring videos about people, just chatting rubbish about people. That's my life. I'm sad, yeah. But yeah, this is the breakdown of the chain.
Variation in setting styles here. Baguette cuts moving their way around the piece in all types of different formations. The U for unknown, custom bail connecting to the chunky Cuban chain. Light blue pair, brilliant diamond tears dripping down the piece. And then the little flick knife mechanism to finish it all off. Or does Mikey Trapstar take the crown? We have
flick knife. Wow. So yeah, let's read about this guy. According to the rapper, officers at the airport suggested that the pendant could be interpreted as a potential weapon due to the shape of the weight. Okay, that's weird. The chain, designed with a large iced out T, is not only a statement of success but a core part of the rapper's brand identity. Well, I know, okay. In the video, the rapper says, I've been in LA. Thing about it, yeah, I find the whole thing a bit strange, really, because how many times has he been to and from out of the country, and all of a sudden now, they stop him and take his chain? It's a bit weird. He must have traveled the country in and out loads of times. Unless he's been flying through private jets, man. This guy is on another level. It's a good looking chain, but it's not really my thing. Even if I had like £1,000,000, yeah, I wouldn't make a custom chain for myself. I don't need to be seen like him. He's a rapper, so he needs people to know it's him. I'd rather have some fake jewelry. I mean, I'm one of those weirdos. gets like iced out jewels, but it's all fake. I know I'm contradicting myself about the watch, but it's something, yeah, where yeah, if someone said, "Oh, give me your chain," I'm like, "Here you go, have it." Cause like everyone has those like lock mechanism chains that everyone has it. People don't even look at it like it's real or fake. They know it's fake, but it just looks good. That's why I like to look good, but I don't really need to have £200,000 worth of jewelry on me. I remember I was going to college and I had like a laptop on me. My laptop was worth like £500, right? And then I had other equipment on me. I was like, man, I'm walking around with £1,000 worth of equipment. Anyone rob me, that's £1,000, Andre. That's a lot of money for me. Fans have been flooded the rapid comments section with messages of support and outrage, with many suggesting racial profiling maybe have played a part in the incident. I mean, racially profile. I mean, you run around with look how big the chain is. You can spot this guy from a mile off, even when it's dark at night time, pitch black. You won't see him. You see the chain first, right? It might be. It might be. Cause I remember this guy. I remember when he first came up. Yeah, he went to like a party, and I think someone got stabbed at the party, and they were looking for him. And he's like, "Yo, I've been expecting you guys." I'm like, "What? If you've been expecting them, why don't you just go to the police?" You know. So he happened to be. There happened to be a fight, and someone got stabbed. It wasn't him. But how you end up in these situations, God knows, man. God knows. But luckily, he had nothing to do with it. But I kind of like to stay out of anything where people get murdered. Let's say the chain costs more than their salary for 4 years, so I get why they're mad. Dang. A common theme among reaction was the belief that officers' actions were rooted in envy and bias. One user remarked, "Police officers hate seeing black youth shining." Well, he definitely is shining. Well, another mocked, "Look, let's put it this way: I could have a chain, and it'd be a blinged out chain. But if the chain could have a concealed weapon in it, you know, so I want to know: did they just see him and say, hey, give me your chain,' or did they find the concealed weapon in it, and then they'd be like, 'Oh, wait, this is a weapon'? Because we need to find out why they targeted him." Well, another mocked the concealed weapon excuse. Concealed, big blinging on the neck. Okay, so concealed. Um, well, what I can research. Let me just do some research. Let's see. Folding pocket knives, those with blades up to 3 inches are permitted. So yeah, from what we can read, it was the knife part it's okay. I mean, I've seen some religious people, they're allowed to have a little blade on them. They're not going around killing people. I don't know if it's Sikh people or I can't remember what religion. They had to have a blade, and I saw this guy walking around with a blade, and it says for religious purposes or something like that. I don't know how it works, but they allowed it. Knives with locking mechanism, regardless of blade length, are illegal to carry in public. Valid reasons. Carrying a knife longer than 3 inches requires a valid reason, such as work-related purposes or legitimate activities. Offences using any knife threatening legitimate illegal, even in life. Okay, yeah. I mean, 3-inch knife. What could he do with? Like, let's put in perspective. Like, let's say he had a real enemy, and someone tried to rob him. What could you do with a 3-inch blade? You couldn't kill someone with it. I mean, you could wound them a bit, kind of. I'm just being spectacular. I'm just talking like, I don't know if it's actually something you can actually use to kill someone. Like, but who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? I don't really talk on UK stuff. I'm kind of boring. I talk about the world stuff. This is something that I picked up. Found it funny. Yeah, I'm out.